So the Toyota Soarer has been added to Forza Horizon 5. This is technically the Lexus SC300 that we already have in the game. However, this is the JDM version and it's also a new model. They'd obviously rescan it because the Lexus SC300 model is from Forza Motorsport 4, so rather old now. I suspect this car will actually replace the Lexus SC300 in future Forza titles, although maybe not, I don't know. Toyota is a little bit weird when it comes to their cars appearing in video games, unfortunately. So obviously this is powered by a 1JZ engine, similar to the Toyota Chaser from the previous update, and those doors are really big actually. Those doors are really long for some reason as well. But yeah, I was going to compare the actual Toyota Chaser with the Toyota Supra Mark III, but then I found out the Toyota Supra Mark III doesn't have a 1JZ engine in it. So I might actually compare this vehicle with the Toyota Chaser. I do like the interior. I like the brown and the sort of beige interior. I don't know what that thing on the dashboard is. I don't know, police scanner maybe? Also, it's an automatic as well. So this is the second Toyota automatic vehicle that we got in this game other than the Toyota Chaser from the previous update. So that's interesting as well. So yeah, let's go and move on to the actual upgrades now. So now let's go and upgrade the vehicle, and I think I am going to go for a drift build on this vehicle, but I'm going to go for a more realistic build, so not a lot of horsepower. I'm going to try and keep it below 600 horsepower. So there's no wide body kit, that's interesting. So yeah, there's no wide body kit. Does it have aero options? Or is it like the Toyota Chaser? Oh, it does have aero options. And there's only one Origin Lab sort of kit at the front. Okay. I'm not a fan of that. But I think I'll do it if it's the kit anyway available. I don't know. Does it have any other options? No real spoilers. That's interesting. I'm kind of surprised that there's no like other spoilers really. Okay, so it's only got one kit. That's a bit annoying, to be honest. I was expecting there to be a lot more, but let's go put this kit on anyway. Yeah, okay, so it's not amazing. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't fit at all really. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. That doesn't fit. So that's a bit annoying, I have to admit. That is kind of annoying. The Lexus SC300 does have body kits, so I don't know why that doesn't. That's actually quite annoying, actually. Anyway, I'm going to put all this stuff on. I'm not going to go mad. I don't think I'm going to put anti-lag turbo on this, actually. Should I put an anti-lag turbo on this? So yeah, that's too much power, I think. Yeah, that's a little bit too much power. So I'm going to put on... I don't know. I'm not going to put a turbo on this, actually. I don't think I'm going to put a turbo on this. Yeah, that should be enough. So yeah, I'm going to go for a more realistic build, as I said. I'm not going to go mad. I will put the drift suspension on this. Yep, drift suspension. I hope this has got track width options, actually. I do hope it's got track width options. So the lack of actual aero options, really weird. I would have thought they would have went for like at least some sort of body kit or something, because obviously body kits for this vehicle exist in real life and are pretty common, obviously. So it's kind of weird that they didn't choose that. Again, like the Toyota Chaser, I don't understand why they're doing that. I really don't understand why they're not just putting body kits on this vehicle. Yeah, obviously I'm going to put the widest tyres possible at the back. Should I go for drift tyres? Yeah, I'm going to go for drift tyres, I think. Should I go for drift tyres? Yeah, I'm going to go for drift tyres. There is a track width option, that's good. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that makes up for the lack of body kits. The track width option looks okay. So for rims, I'm not sure what rims I'm actually going to put on this. I don't know what would fit. Should I go for big or small? I might actually skip this because you could just watch me going through the rims for the next hour, basically. Oh, these rims look okay. So yeah, I'm going to go for these rims. Yeah, they look okay. So are they 18 inches? Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's it, aside from drivetrain. Oh, I've done the drivetrain. So yeah, I've done the drivetrain. So that's it done. So obviously I'm going to go and tune this now. It is a realistic build, so I don't know if it will be any good. It might just be rubbish, in which case I'll add more power. So here's the tune. I'm not going to read it out, largely because, well, you can see it. But yeah, I've went for a more realistic build on this, but the tune doesn't really change that much, largely because I have no idea how you would build a realistic drift build tune-wise. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be good. I don't know if it is or not. I have kind of went for a low power, at least for me. Normally I'll stick around about, I think, 600 to 800 horsepower with a turbo on it. So yeah, hopefully this will be good. I don't know if it is or not. It might be bad, in which case I'll go back and obviously add stuff to it and show myself adding stuff to it. But yeah, I have no idea if this is any good or not. It might be terrible. I don't know. So let's move on to the colours now, and I'm not sure what colours there will be. Hopefully there's a lot more than the Toyota Chaser and the Toyota Camry and even the Toyota Yaris GR. Hopefully there is, and there isn't really. At least we have actual colours, I suppose. So there's this dark blue, there's this orange colour. Yeah, I'm probably going to actually choose the orange colour, I think. Yeah, I'm going to choose the orange colour, and there's this light blue as well. So not a lot of colours again. I don't understand why. Maybe it's something to do with Toyota. Maybe this is the only the only colours this vehicle came in. Maybe, I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird. It really does seem a little bit weird, really. I don't know, but obviously I'll choose the orange, and I'm going to paint the rims white because it just looks a little bit weird having orange and gold mixed together. But yeah, definitely, it's just a little bit of a shame, really, because I would have thought there'd be more manufacturer colours for this vehicle. I don't know, it just seems a little bit weird. Maybe it's something to do with Toyota. Maybe they don't like colours or something. I don't know, at least we actually got colours as opposed to just being white and black and sort of silver. At least that's good. Yeah, very strange. I mentioned earlier that I was going to do a more realistic drift build, and it's actually worked out surprisingly well. The car feels really good. I think part of that reason might be because I've adjusted the tyre pressures. I went for 40 psi instead of the usual 29 or 30 psi, which I usually do on drift builds. Maybe that's the difference, I'm not entirely sure. It could also be because it's slightly underpowered with 555 horsepower. I avoided the turbo and the turbo with anti-lag. Not something I usually do with drift builds. Maybe that's why as well. Also, I just crashed into a driver tire there. Actually, oh yeah, it's because I'm offline actually, that's why. Yeah, I don't know why I'm offline actually. I probably should go online at some point. But yeah, it definitely could be improved. I would like to mess around with the tuning a little bit more. I think definitely the differential needs to be a little bit more tuned. But overall, it's not a bad car. It really isn't a bad car for a realistic drift build anyway. I might actually start doing more realistic drift builds because this is actually quite nice. It's actually quite fun. And it seems to actually drift better than some of the other drift builds that I've done. Also, that just rhymed then a little bit. That was a bit weird. When it comes to the Toyota Soarer, I'm glad that they added it, as it's technically the updated version of the Lexus SC300 that we already have. However, it does feel lacking. It really does feel lacking. I'm guessing because it's an updated model, they didn't include as many body kits as the SC300. And there's also no Y body kit, and the actual body kit that we do have, the Origin Lab one, sort of seems mix and match basically. Like the front bumper doesn't really match with the side skirts or the rear bumper. There's also no spoiler option, and overall it just seems really lacking. Kinda like the Toyota Chaser. While I'm glad that they did add this vehicle, I wish they would have added more customization. It's the Toyota Soarer, so they're not going to really struggle finding body kits for it, really. But yeah, it is kind of annoying, really. Also, I don't like the rain, so I'm going to stop here for a minute while the rain passes. Surprisingly, this isn't the first Toyota Soarer we have seen in the Forza franchise. Back in Forza Motorsport 4 and maybe even 2 and 3, although I can't remember if it was in those games or not, we actually had the Toyota Soarer 430 SCV. It's never appeared since the Forza Motorsport titles on the Xbox 360, and I highly doubt it will ever make its way to the Horizon series or maybe even the Motorsport series. Yeah, I don't think it's going to return anytime soon anyway. Sort of a forgotten vehicle that people don't really have any interest in. This vehicle is partly back to the 90s update. I'll be covering all the vehicles added in that update when they release. I'm especially interested in the Aston Martin Lagunda, I think it's called, or whatever the correct name is. I have to actually look up how to pronounce it properly because I don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah, I'll definitely be covering that vehicle along with all the other vehicles when they get released. It is going to be interesting. I'm also kind of surprised really that they did add another JDM vehicle, and I think 3 JDM vehicles at least. Actually, I don't think the Subaru SVX is JDM, I think that's just like an American version. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that they added Japanese vehicles again, because we've been getting a lot of Japanese vehicles recently. So yeah, hopefully I'll be covering them. If not, then I don't know, I've been kidnapped by aliens or something. But yeah, stay tuned for that, I guess.
Arrived at your destination.